Hello, my name is Laura. You will see and hear me. You will only hear my husband. He is the one recording this video. Today we will be discussing co-creating. I just want you to know before we continue that there are many times when my husband will just tell me this is the topic we're going to talk about today, and I may not have a whole lot of time to prepare, but we're supposed to discuss it, and the questions have already started coming to my head, so we'll begin. So please tell us, what is co-creation or co-creating?
I didn't have time to check on the internet. So I don't know either.
You got the guidance.
Why did you put that disclaimer at the beginning?
Because of the last time we tried to record this video, that came up.
What came up? Oh, you mean from take one?
Yes, from take one.
Oh, by the way, this is take two. We started recording and then the fire, what was that?
Fire alarm went on.
No, fire alarm? Smoke alarm.
Smoke alarm, there you go. Smoke alarm went off.
Because my wife started a fire in the fireplace there. I don't know what happened. There's no smoke from there, but maybe we're supposed to start over.
There you go.
We'll see if it goes off this time. So co-creation, right?
Yes.
So you guys know, as you can probably tell by now, we don't do any research for these things. We just get to work and we see what we got. We wait to see or hear what we're guided to say. And that's why I'm kind of, I say, buying time.
Hesitating a little bit.
Good. I'm
waiting for the information to come and download. I think he's still on dial-up at the moment.
Yeah, I'm on AT&T.
Oh, stop! It's so bad. It's only in this area, by the way. Okay. So let's get you connected to high speed now.
Yeah, let's get our service. That works really fast. 5G, here it comes. All right. So
spiritual letter G.
Yep. So co-creation, right?
Yes.
Well, we've talked about how we've been taught that we are co-creators with God, if you believe in God. Otherwise, we'll say you're co-creators with the universe, if you want to say it that way, or whichever way you want to say it, that makes you feel comfortable. For us, we say co-creators with God because we're Catholics. Some people might say co-creators with Jesus. That's fine. Whatever you want to say. Co-creator with Buddha. What does that mean? It means that we should know that we are responsible, at least partially, for what it is that we receive. It won't just come by itself. We have to do our part to make it happen.
Okay.
And that might be just by decreeing something, as in the Bible it's written, decree and so shall it be. So just by you, by someone saying, well, you put your name in there, so already giving you a tip. You say I, and you put your name in there. Own a 5-bedroom house, or I, so and so, I'm blessed with a 5-bedroom house. You do that, maybe that's all you have to do because of the karma that you have. And before you know it, the 5-bedroom house, you have it, you're blessed with it.
Well, could I also, because I want to make sure the 5-bedroom house is exactly what my family requires, using myself as the individual in the example here, could I just say, I, Laura, have the perfect 5-bedroom house for my family?
You already have a 5-bedroom house.
I'm giving the example for our viewers.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
So is that something that they could say as well? Just naming off that you want the perfect thing, that way you get everything that you should have, instead of just saying a 5-bedroom house, but then it's not what you want?
That's a very good point. I see what you're saying. Oh, yes. Right, because you don't want to wind up with a 5-bedroom house. That's not very good.
Exactly. You don't want to move into one that all of a sudden requires a whole bunch of work or has challenges with it.
Now,
right?
See? That's a great example of co-creating right there. That remember, you get what it is
put
that
out.
you put out, right? And we'll get into more details, but that's a very good example right there, because you have to be more specific. If you say 5 bedrooms house, you will get a 5 bedrooms house, and then you might wonder, well, why did I get this one? This is not what I wanted. Well, that's because you weren't very specific. So of course the universal laws go to work and they get you what it is you decreed for. Now, the basement might flood, right? The roof might leak, and who knows what else? But you got your 5 bedrooms house. Well, that's taking the approach I get.
That's
earlier.
taking the ghetto version. As my husband likes to
So
say.
they get a ghetto house.
Laura want a 5-bedroom house.
Now,
I want the perfect home
Exactly.
instead
Now, if-
from my family.
if we take your version, which I definitely suggest everybody follows, right? You could use words like perfect or optimal.
Oh, I like optimal.
Okay, I love optimal, right? But perfect is fantastic as well. You use those, then you don't have to spend time going through, I'd like to have a 5 bedrooms house, 2-car garage, with a living room and a dining room and this and that, right? Because some of those things you might not require.
Right.
So by saying optimal home, what you're saying is the best home for my family and myself. Got it? And that's it. And you don't have to say 5 bedroom actually. If you just say optimal home, you might say 5 bedrooms and you literally require 6.
So then I should change that to I, Laura, thank the universe for my optimal home.
Well, we wouldn't say universe. We wouldn't say
Well, we would
universe.
say God. I'm just
Right.
giving an example.
Well, but then you're using yourself. So,
Okay, so I, Laura, thank God for my perfect home.
exactly. And just by saying perfect home, so you've covered everything. Because God knows, the angels know, the ascended masters know what's perfect for you and your family. What's perfect for us. Make sense? And what's perfect for us is not perfect for somebody else.
Correct.
So the example that I gave, starting out with 5 and that's why you said 5 bedrooms, because I started with 5 bedrooms.
Yes.
We were starting with that. But you see how this whole thing is being adjusted, modified as we go along. So I thank the angels for that and my spirit guides for that, because they're the ones guiding this whole conversation. We really didn't have anything to talk about besides the fact that we know.
Oh, I had topics, but
Oh, okay.
it's not what we were supposed to cover today.
No, I mean I'm talking about this topic.
Oh, this
I
topic.
didn't know how
okay.
to approach it, but now
Got
we've
it.
been guided as to how to approach it as we go along. So you're also seeing how guidance works, folks, as you watch this video, because nothing here is prepared, and if you notice, it just keeps getting better and better as we go along, because modifications are being made on the way. We started with a 5 bedrooms house, and then it got more specific. No, not just 5 bedrooms. You should say optimal or perfect. Right? And then we
No,
got
it's
to
just-
take out the 5 bedrooms. It's just optimal or perfect. And that applies to anything. If, for example, you're talking about a job, you just say, now here's the tricky thing about a job. Some people want the perfect job, right? You might say, oh, I thank God or I thank the universe for the perfect job. But how do you know if you're supposed to have a job?
Ooh.
What if you're supposed to be a business owner?
So then would it be best to say for the perfect career? Because a career
Get the
could
point.
be a business owner or
Exactly.
a job.
Exactly. Co-creation. Depending on how you create, you get certain results. So yes, you might get the job, but because you're not supposed to be working with somebody else, you won't be happy. Even though somebody else could be looking at you saying, oh, you have the perfect job. You're like, no, I don't. I'm not happy there. And that's because when you decreed for a job, not a career. But in reality, you wanted a career, not a job.
Okay.
Right? So that's another example there. The next part to this is that after you decree, you don't just sit back and wait. Now you go and you work hard, right, towards that goal, whatever that goal is. And whatever you feel you need to do to accomplish it, you start doing that. What might happen though is that you might be guided in a different direction. For example, you might say, oh, I'm going to go work this second job to get this house. And you might notice that no matter what you try, you can't get a second job. And that's because that's not what you're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
Right? So you just know that you follow the guidance that you get. Just follow the guidance and everything will fall into place. But you should also make sure that you're doing something, working towards that somehow. You're putting some energy towards it.
All right.
You're not just sitting around waiting.
That makes sense to me.
Okay.
So how does it work then in the case of physical health?
Same thing. You know, it sounds silly, right? Because it sounds so simple. But then what do? To start out, what do you say? I thank whomever. For example, if you're Catholic, you know that Mother Mary is responsible. All of the Ascended Masters heal.
Right.
But really, you're talking about Jesus or Mother Mary when you're talking about healing, or Archangel Raphael. People that know about the Ascended Masters, they know that Mother Mary is an Ascended Master, you know Jesus is an Ascended Master. It's the same thing whether you're Catholic, right, or whether you believe in Ascended Masters. They don't really care if you do, right?
Right.
They're still there to help you. Just like we say, whether you believe in angels, they don't go like this. Well, since you don't believe in angels, whenever they help you, it doesn't work that way because they don't have those feelings or they don't judge.
So what about, because we are Catholic, we have specific saints for like certain diseases, like Saint Peregrine for cancer, or that's the only one who came to my mind just now.
Okay.
But do we say, I thank you, Saint Peregrine, for my perfect health?
If that's what you want to say.
Okay.
Yeah. So you say that. I don't even know who that saint is. So I wouldn't say that. But
One to go look up.
but you could say that.
Okay.
Right? So that the question is, so what happens, right?
Right. What happens then? Because you say we're supposed to work toward it. So how, from a health standpoint, can I fix whatever the health challenge is?
You won't fix
Or
it.
even if I don't know.
See-
Well, co-creating. How am I supposed to work toward helping?
Well, for
to get that done?
example, the moment you do that, and let's say, what's the saint's name?
Peregrine?
Peregrine? Okay,
Pretty sure it is
so Peregrine, right?
I may not be able to
What do you
pronounce
think's
it.
going to happen there? More than likely, Saint Peregrine is going to call up Mother Mary on her cell phone. Hey, Mother Mary, you know, Laura
That's
just
a really
had this-
funny picture.
She just put this
Blessed
request
Mother
in.
has got her cell phone out. Yeah. What's up, Perry?
And so-
Sorry.
and said, you know, Laura just thanked us, you know, about for her health, you know, perfect health. So, what do you want me to do? Because Mother Mary is still the one that handles that.
Okay.
And so she might tell her what to do, how to help you. Then what's going to start happening is you'll start getting guidance from her. I assume St. Peregrine is her. It's a man. Okay, sorry, St. Peregrine. The man. I hope the Pope isn't watching this video.
If the Pope watches this video, that would be amazing.
So anyway, so St. Peregrine will start sending you guidance.
Okay.
If he's guided to work with you. Maybe it will be Mother Mary or Archangel Raphael. Or it could be any one of the other Ascended Masters, or it could be one of the healing angels, right? Or Archangel Raphael, but other beings that will be helping you. But they start to send you guidance, and that comes in many forms. All of a sudden you might realize, and that's something that we help individuals with. Now, for example, folks that want to get addictions under control. You've seen that, you know, if they have alcohol addiction or cigarette addiction, sugar addictions, any food addictions, what do? We put the request in from here, and next thing we know, we're getting feedback like, I don't like the taste of alcohol anymore. Well, that's because the angels now get to work to make sure that whatever it is that you need to correct, they're going to help you correct. So you don't have to try to do it on your own. All you have to do is follow the guidance. That's where the co-creation comes in. So if you feel that, okay, I really should not be drinking this alcohol right now, then don't drink it. Don't go against that.
Okay.
See, that's the co-creation. because you're getting that message, don't drink this alcohol. And you're saying, well, I'll just drink a little bit. Now the co-creation is breaking down because the angels are trying to work with you, or whomever is trying to work with you. They're trying to work with you, but then you're not doing your part. And that's where the healing doesn't take place, or it takes a long time because the co-creation is not at its maximum.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Or you might all of a sudden decide that something you loved eating before, it doesn't taste good any longer. That's guidance you're getting. So then co-create. It doesn't taste good, don't force yourself, just leave it alone. Because that's been affecting your health in a negative way. So by not consuming that, your health starts to change.
Could it also be where you might be going through the store and you see the vitamin section and you say, there's a vitamin, look at that one, and that you feel like you should take it?
Exactly. You might say, oh, I should buy that. And so you buy it and then you start taking it. Now what we tell folks is sometimes your ego could get in the way, and you're thinking, well, because you've read about this vitamin, so you figure, oh, I should just take this, but that wasn't guidance.
Right. Or the latest craze, like right now, is CBD oil. Everybody wants to take CBD oil for all kinds of things.
What in the world is CBD oil?
Cannabis oil.
Oh, okay. Oh well. Might as well go smoke this. Anyway.
They smoke and call us with hallucinations.
That's right. That's against the law too, isn't it? The cannabis oil is fine, right?
Right.
Okay. Anyway, but so you might get guidance that way. You get a certain supplement, right? But that's when we always tell individuals, just call us and check and see if your guidance, if you think you're following guidance, or if it's you doing something just on your behalf. You know, it always helps to just double check, and that's easy for us to check and see what's happening.
It is very easy.
So that's another good one. That's a good question there as well. What other examples would you?
Like food cravings. All of a sudden, maybe you might want to start drinking smoothies every day.
Yeah.
Something you've never done before.
Yeah, not me,
Just
but okay.
follow it.
Have fun with it. My family, the kids and my wife, they drink smoothies every day. I'm like, yikes. I just watch them with that. That's just too healthy for me. How about that?
Okay. You might be thinking he eats a lot of junk food. He does not.
No, but I don't eat smoothies, so or drink them. Or eaters drink whatever they are.
The way we make them, you eat them.
Eat them, okay.
They're really thick.
Got it. So anyway, let's continue with this thing, right? Where were we? Okay, so now,
I'm talking about.
one of the keys to this whole co-creation is intention. Okay, and that's, it might seem, what I say, a general term or something someone hasn't heard about. But intention is extremely important. I'll give you an example. You know, you've told me in the past that you've said, well, it's not what you say, it's how you said it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And people say that all the time. But then you've noticed that when I say something, it's pretty much the same way all the time. That's just the way it is. So. Anyway, but to give an example, somebody can say something and they can say it different ways. And I've learned that in America. We've had that conversation. That sarcasm, right?
Sarcasm.
So let's say, for example, and then you could take it from there, because when I try to be sarcastic, you always say it doesn't come out right.
I don't normally use sarcasm.
No, but I'll give you an example.
Okay.
For example, if you were to tell someone that they're very smart, so I can go, oh wow, you're extremely intelligent. Right? How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Right? But if you wanted to be sarcastic, how would you say it?
Oh, you put me on the spot.
You don't know?
No.
Well, wouldn't it be
I'm
something?
trying to think of something that'd be sarcastic.
No,
Wow,
using
you're
that
really
same.
smart.
It would be saying that same, using those exact same words. Is what I'm saying. It's just
you're a smart one, aren't you?
No.
No?
You're still saying intelligent, right? So it's the exact same term that you're saying, the exact same words. For example, I said, "Oh wow, you're really
One of you
intelligent."
might know.
No, hold on. So I go, "Wow, you're extremely intelligent," right? And from the way I say that, you go, you said, "Okay, that lets me know I'm intelligent." But if I were to go, for example, "Wow, you are extremely intelligent, huh?" Does that? I don't know if that does.
I don't know.
I'm really bad at sarcasm.
You are.
I was hoping you'd help me with that. You're not much help with this one.
No.
But how would you make someone, maybe it's a bad example. Okay, for example, if you're telling someone that you love them, I know people can say that in different ways. Or they can say like,
Besides, I love you. What else?
no, how about if you say, "Yes, dear." I've heard that one where it doesn't come out nicely, just by changing the tone.
Okay.
It's all about changing the tone, is what it is.
Okay.
So let's say I love you, for example. So you go, like you'd say what? Which you say all the time, like all day long.
Stop. I love you.
Ooh. Right? So you say it like that.
Uh-huh.
But now, let's say you are mad, and then you're still saying that. How would you say?
I love you.
Aha.
That's a difference in tone.
It's a difference in tone.
I don't do that though. I don't normally get mad and say
You don't say that. Just, they know, okay? But you say that. Now, at that moment, do you really love me? Are you feeling like you love me at that
No.
moment? Exactly.
I wouldn't. If I was saying it when I was
See?
angry.
That's what intention is. You can say the exact same thing, but depending on intention, you get different results.
So just so I can understand, intention then is the feeling you put behind the words?
Exactly.
Aha! We went through all of that just so you can understand.
No, because it's
very
important to
important
give the
to
example.
understand that intention is the emotion behind what you're asking for or what you're thanking.
Not
God or
even thanking.
universe
It's not about thanking. Just the emotion that's paired with whatever that statement is.
Okay.
Forget about asking or thanking. We'll come to that, right?
Okay.
But think about it this way. You tell someone that you love them the first way you did. That's nice, right? It's very positive energy that goes with it.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you expect to come back to you?
Positive love.
Positive energy. What do the people get? Or what would I get when you say it that way?
You receive a lot of positive love toward
Yeah,
you.
I get so much of it after run around the house, right? But so positive, right? But
Yes.
if you were to say it the way you did the second time, which you've never done really,
Right?
Well, there's this one time when you came into the room,
Oh,
and
no.
they said, "Honey, I just want you to know, I hate you
Oh,
right
yes.
now." From when I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, that,
Where did that come from?
he had to do a double clearing on me on that day. Those suckers didn't want to leave.
That's another video again. That was all about possession attachments, folks.
Oh yes.
She actually came and told me that. So okay, she's
I
never
really
done.
hate you right now.
Right? It's like, what?
I was surprised I was even saying it, but I had to let him know. Stay away from me.
So, anyways, if you notice, saying it the other way, the I love you the other way, you know that you don't mean it at that point. And so the energy
Right.
you're sending with that is not very good energy. So then that comes at me, not if the example you use, that doesn't come at me anyway. We know it's not
Right.
real, right? But if it were